Oh yeah, for anybody that's watching this, never close a credit card. I don't care how old it is. I mean, first of all, having
another thing that smoked my shit.
That's your history.
Yeah,
that was another thing that smoked my shit.
So
bro.
there's the
I'm glad I got up.
Making the payments on time. That's 35%. Keeping your credit utilization rate down is 30%. The payment history is like 15. So it's like your history of making those payments and all of that. So they go by averages. So they go by the amount of accounts that you have and they average it up, and that's like so let's say 5 to 7 years. If you have a 5 to 7 year average, that's like good. Like 9 plus is like excellent. That's like amazing. Because they take like all your accounts. Let's say you have an account that's 5 years old, 4 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old. They add that up, then they do the average by the whatever that total is, the amount of cards you got, that'll be your average.
Okay.
So the more cards you get, you bring your average down. You get what I'm saying?
Damn, so that's fucked up.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
it's good to have the cards.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily like a really bad thing. That's why I try to tell people to try to get as much as you can now. So when you're like 30, 40, they all got all those cards maybe got like 7 years, 10 years, 8 years. So your average is even better. That's when you get into that high 700s, 800s.
I really want that JetBlue shit for them flights.
Oh yeah, travel card is definitely where it's at. If you like to travel, definitely get a travel card. Look into them points.
Because the one I got, I fly with them niggas, American Airlines.
I ain't even know like you even using the travel cards that help you a lot. Like say you spend $20 on gas, you get like what? Like say if you get back,
you get like 3 points.
You fly for free.
Yeah. So
I mean, depending on how much. So they have like specials and promotions and stuff. Like when you first get a car, like hey, if you spend like let's say $5,000 in 6 months or 3 months. You get like 100,000 points. Card. So those 100,000 points could equal maybe $750. You know what I'm saying? So that's a free flight. You go anywhere. Then like with certain cards, you have different perks.
Shit is crazy.
Where you're not waiting in line.
I didn't know that. So you get that email once a month for all the stuff that they giving random bonuses. I don't even go to these places. That shit that say Starbucks. I don't go there. I'll buy something anyway.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even
use it, get the points.
The points matter. I always tell people using a debit card is another pointless thing. Pointless. You get nothing for using your debit card.
That's true. But at the same time, that credit card shit get little.
I mean, it do.
But you can use. But I like now how I do it. Like shit that I know. Like I gotta pay for. Like all my like utilities and shit like that. I keep them shits on auto pay, and then I use like on auto pay on my credit card, and I just use all like. The money on my debit card to pay that shit off.
I mean, that's what I do now, but not that many people are mindful to do that. For me,
the auto pay, you got to.
Nah,
but people are scared to do auto pay though.
I'm not doing it. But it was some billionaire dude on some rail. So he was like, "Yeah, I don't use my debit card. I just have my bank account linked to my credit card. I use my credit card."
Because this is the thing, right? If you spend $100 with your debit card, you get $0. Depending on the credit card that you have and where you spend it at, for that $100 that you spent, you could probably get $5 worth of points.
Yeah.
Why would I not want to spend my credit card there? Then imagine if you just keep using your credit card, by the end of the year, you probably got like $1,000 in free money there. Like on all my credit cards, I have like probably $500 or more in like credit like points off of just spending on it.
And I learned that
it's kind of pointless using your debit card.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I mean, I'm not saying it's pointless.
It's pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless because you're not getting anything in return from your bank, and we already know how the banks roll. They not even you get 0.08.
That shit really hit me when booked the flight when I went to London or some shit, and then I paid it. I was about to pay it off like right then and there, but I seen how many points I had. I was able to just pay it off with the points still had bread left over. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Since then, I was using credit cards.
I'll say like once I started realizing that like credit was like such a big thing. My first encounter was like I went on vacation, right? And I was checking into the hotel.
Where'd you go?
I was checking into the hotel.
Let me think.
I was checking into the hotel.
I know which destination.
I was
$5 whoever.
That's crazy. I was checking into the hotel.
You're just ruining it.
Yeah, they just ruining it. What up? They just ruining the experience. I checked into the hotel, and they was like, "Yeah, you got a credit card." I'm like, "Do you have a credit card to put on files? You know, they could charge everything to the room." And I'm like, "Nah, I got this debit card though." Like, I mean, like, y'all could charge it. Whatever.
Fucking heathen.
They was like, huh. I'm like, I mean, the money's here. Like, the money's here. Whatever's gonna be spent is gonna be paid off. And I'm like, damn, nigga.
You know,
You got the bread, nigga. Get you a fucking, like, make sure your shit's straight. Like,
yeah. So the bigger reason I say this with the credit card versus debit card thing is, you could, let's say you lose your debit card and somebody spends your money on there or whatever. You're reliable for that. Mm-hmm. You lose your credit card and somebody spends $5K, you're not responsible for that. Hey, look, that wasn't me. Boop, boop, boop. That's it. But with the bank, let's say Wells Fargo, Chase, whatever, your debit card, hey, look.
Hey, buddy,
You got some explaining to do.
that's why y'all boys can't pop no credit cards.
put your money back when you spend it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's another thing. The liability is just like the liability is there. It's definitely there.
Nigga James crazy.
Yo, that thing. Y'all niggas letting people pop your accounts. That 10K, your shit is shot.
Oh yeah, it's clip for
Nigga,
that.
that bank realized that whole, you say, ooh.
It'll be king.
Yeah, who got Citibank? Who got Wells Fargo?
Yo, I know
Like,
the banks
come
ain't
on,
care
man.
when this lady at the bank told me the banks don't care.
They don't.
It was like,
Oh, the lady working there? Oh
yeah,
yeah.
she was like, if you knew
So
like the
somebody
ins and
popped
outs
your
of this
shit?
shit,
Pause.
nah. But she was like, if you knew the ins and outs of this shit, you would not use the bank.
That's why I said, y'all hit all group chats. When this war, if it get real crazy, take y'all cash out the bank for real. Cause
I don't even keep cash in the bank, honestly.
Yeah,
I keep like a certain amount for everything else. Because like, I was actually talking to a friend the other day, and the interest that you get for the year for keeping like some money in there.
It should be like
It's
fucking
not worth it.
four.
Yeah.
It should
so
be like
let's say-
40 cents.
Yeah, so if you
Literally.
got like $20K in a savings account, they'll give you $20 maybe at the end of the year for having that $20K in there. Mind you, at the same time, they're taking that money, investing it, making more money for the bank or something, whatever.
And it depend on like some of the accounts, like some of the savings accounts that you have and shit like that. Like say like if you have like a savings account where like you got to keep at minimum maybe like $3K in there and shit like that. At the end of the day, you do get some points, but it's like
Compared to what you like, if you put your shit into something else, that shit
It's
don't
not,
add
yeah.
up.
Tycoon.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
that shit in the market.
Put that shit in the index funds.
Index fund,
Put that shit in the trust. honestly,
average rate on return, certain, 10%.
like I didn't even know I got money in a federal trust that I didn't even know about.
Damn, $1 bro.
This nigga in a fucking credit union.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, credit unions is definitely the key.
Definitely.
Going back to the old
But yeah,
car dealership thing.
But wait, like how we were saying, back to like the whole what is credit repair?
Oh yeah, so back to that. So if your credit profile is shot, all right. So if like the negative, like let's say like a late payment. So how it is how recent any negative mark is on your credit profile. Like I said, you have like a late payment, it could drop 100 points. As time goes on, it slowly starts to fade away. So it's usually 2 years. So if you have like a late payment, for that late payment, like let's say you had it this month, it'll probably, like the effect of that negative mark kind of fades away around like 2023, 2024. You get what I mean? So it's kind of like what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
And then like, okay, you messed up, but let's start again fresh and let's build. But now if you're making mistakes all in between
That
that
shit a constant
time,
reset.
yeah. So with credit repair, first is patience.
So you go into it like, all right, boom. Because I know like how my cousin did my shit. I guess I had something like on my shit, and I had to like send something off for them to delete the remark or whatever like that. So it's like how do you start off by like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna fix this person's credit?
Okay, so let's see.
What are some common things you look at a credit profile and say, all right, we could do something with this, we could do something with this, maybe that, maybe that.
Yeah, so when I first talk to people on the phone, I do free consultations, by the way. for free. We could talk over your credit.
Free for free.
For free. We get on the call for free. I'm telling you, it's for the people, man. It's for the people.
Wait, he ain't saying his services is free.
Oh, services is definitely not free.
We gonna chat with y'all motherfuckers to figure out how deep y'all in the hole.
Yeah, so we gonna see what's going on in your credit. You know, because a lot of people. I talk. a lot of people really don't look at their credit report at all, and like 70%, I think, or it could be a little bit higher, of everybody has like something that's inaccurate on your credit report. So like it could be like the spelling of your name, it could be an old address or an address you never lived at. Mm-hmm. A lot of those things can tie you to like a negative account. So like you'll have like a hospital bill from somebody that you never knew in your life on your credit report. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That could be holding you down. Yeah, I had a client just recently.
Nigga, who is Darius?
Yeah, no, that's
the fake name you gave him, nigga.
Yeah,
so my name.
Oh yeah, no,
my name Darius Miles.
It could get real.
Abdul Jabbar.
Oh yeah, nah, it could definitely get real crazy because I had a client just recently. He has the same name as his father, but on the credit report they didn't put Junior. So all his negative stuff was reporting on his son's credit report.
I know someone too who's doing that, but it's all positive stuff. So they living the fucking life right now.
Must be
car
nice.
insurance be like $5. I ain't gonna say no names.
I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody definitely finessed the chat for some bread.
Yeah.
Somebody definitely finessed the chat for some bread.
Kudos to them.
Off their father name.
Kudos to them.
That boy is crazy.
So
that boy is crazy.
But nah, this is what we do. We kind of look at it's just.
So ain't no juniors coming from James. Ain't gonna be no JJ Hardens out here.
The world don't need that.
Yeah, I'm about to say they didn't even ask for that.
JJ, you thought about that
Word,
too.
nigga, the war is bad enough.
JJ Hardens
Y'all put
tough.
another James out here.
JJ Hardens tough.
Okay.
No.
But